Today in Los Angeles, a shocking mushroom outbreak has wine country on high alert.
Here we go.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett.
Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett from Los Angeles. First up, unprecedented mushroom poisoning outbreak in California wine country hospitalizes 3. Health officials in Napa County say 3 people were hospitalized after eating poisonous mushrooms they foraged in Napa Valley. That is part of a wider outbreak across California, with 4 deaths and 47 serious illnesses since November. For quick context, Napa Valley is the wine region north of us, known for hiking and, those tempting trail finds after a rain. But this season's rains were exceptional. An unusually wet winter and spring created ideal growing conditions for toxic species. That's the scientific way of saying more mushrooms popped up where you might not expect them. Officials are warning that even experienced foragers can be fooled. California typically sees only a handful of mushroom poisonings in a year. Now, this is the largest and deadliest outbreak on record for the state. Investigators point to the very wet December and April as key drivers. If you hear people say, just cook them, or hey, I've picked these before, that's a no-go. Cooking does not neutralize many toxins, and lookalikes are a real problem. If you did forage and feel nausea, vomiting, or severe stomach pain, seek help fast. Early treatment matters.
Yeah, that hits different this year. It's wild how weather can set off these ripple effects. You think great wildflower season, then surprise, toxic mushrooms everywhere. Foraging without proper training is basically rolling the dice. I mean, even pros can get tripped up by lookalikes. That's something to chew on, huh? Next up, California immigrant detention centers face severe conditions amid overcrowding and insufficient care. A new report from the California Department of Justice, which is the state attorney general's office that oversees legal and civil rights enforcement, says conditions have worsened in immigrant detention facilities here. The report points to overcrowding and inadequate medical care and ties the strain to federal mass deportation efforts. To translate that simply, more people detained faster than facilities can handle. It also flags basic issues: not enough medical screenings, complaints about water quality, and substandard food. Important context: California is the only state with a law requiring state oversight of these facilities, but that inspection law expires next year, and lawmakers are working to extend it. The report says the detainee population in California rose 162% from 2023 to 2025. Many people held are classified as low security, and a lot have no criminal history. Federal officials say detainees receive excellent care. The state report directly disputes that. Oversight is the lever here. Without it, conditions can slip in the dark.
Real talk. Humane treatment should not be optional. Oversight is basically a checkup system. It makes sure facilities meet minimum standards of safety, health, and dignity. If the inspection law lapses, who makes sure the water is safe or that screenings happen on time? Why risk that gap when the report shows things are already strained? Okay, next up, Arcadia mayor's plea deal sparks spy allegations in Chinese influence scandal. Eileen Wang, the former mayor of Arcadia, which is a suburb in the San Gabriel Valley here in LA County, stepped down and admitted to working as an unregistered agent for China. A plea agreement, unsealed yesterday, says she posted content for the Chinese government without the required disclosure. This is not the Hollywood version of spying. It is what officials call an agent of influence, meaning someone shapes public opinion or decisions quietly rather than stealing secrets. Back in 2024, her campaign advisor pleaded guilty to being a foreign agent. Now, with her plea laid out, the case is raising big questions about how foreign governments might try to sway local politics. Transparency is key here. In plain terms, tell voters who is paying for what message. That's how trust gets rebuilt.
Yeah, that's a curveball. The agent of influence angle is sneaky. It looks like normal local politics on the surface, but the nudge is coming from somewhere else. Even if it's just posts or talking points, it can tilt public trust. I'm down for sunlight. Say who you're working for, and let people decide with clear info. That checks out for me. Next up, Riverside County school officer under investigation for alleged excessive force on a student. The Riverside County Sheriff's Office is investigating an incident involving a school resource officer and a female student from the Moreno Valley School District. This happened yesterday around 3:47 p.m., less than a block from Vista del Lago High School. Video posted to Instagram shows the officer forcibly handling the student during a response to a nearby altercation. Paramedics evaluated the student, and she was taken into custody for battery and resisting arrest. The officer has been reassigned during the internal investigation. Video goes viral fast and public perception races ahead, but the facts still have to be verified by investigation. That said, it does raise the recurring question: how much force is appropriate in a school setting, which is supposed to be a place of safety?
We've got layers here. School resource officers are there for safety, but training on de-escalation, meaning calming a tense situation without force, has to be rock solid. We keep seeing these cases pop up, and it chips away at trust. Why do we keep landing in the same cycle? Better training, clearer policies, and real accountability could break it. That's the heartbeat of it for me. Last up, Boyan Slat's mission to halt ocean plastics, new interceptors to be deployed in Los Angeles rivers. Boyan Slat is the founder of the Ocean Cleanup, a nonprofit focused on pulling plastic out of the environment. The group plans to deploy 2 trash interceptors in Los Angeles County rivers by 2028, right before the Olympics. Quick definition: an interceptor is a floating device that funnels and captures trash from river flow, kind of like a conveyor belt for garbage, before it reaches the ocean. The big idea is source control. Stop plastic upstream so there's less to clean up downstream. The Ocean Cleanup says they aim to place these systems in 200 cities worldwide, and their annual budget is around $50 million. If the LA units hit their marks, that's a visible win in our own backyard. Cleaner riverbanks, fewer bottles and bags on our beaches. That's tangible change you can see on a weekend walk.
That's pretty cool, right? I love smart, simple engineering that scales. Catch the trash where it starts, and you save a ton of effort later. If it works here, it sends a signal to other coastal cities. I could get behind that idea, for sure.
Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day, with Leah and Garrett from Los Angeles.
Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.